Hello everyone, this is Mr. Kafuffles, and, well, what you're reading on the title is pretty much as it is, should be, because, our main man Charlie, that we're going to be taking a look at, well, he is going to help explain as to what's going on. Because what we're watching is Goodbye, Rooster Teeth. And you're not seeing it wrong. You may be wondering, what do we mean by this? Well, I was informed by my good friend and creator, Nightside Productions, that apparently Rooster Teeth is shutting down. Now, I was curious about this until he said that Warner Brothers is pulling the plug on them. Or they already pulled the plug on them. Now, why? Why would they do this? Well, there's 4 points that he gave to me. For number 1, they're pulling the entirety of RWBY from YouTube. And I believe this is from Rooster Teeth themselves doing this. Number 2, selling Volume 9 out to Crunchyroll explicitly, which was by far one of the worst moves that they could ever pull, because people were so pissed about previous seasons. I believe that it was up to season 5 or season 6 where it was getting so bad. And even then, I agree. It was season 5 or 6 that it was just starting to have a serious downfall. Number 3, they refused to pay adequate checks to actors. And yeah, I can definitely see that. I can exactly name... Well, I remember exactly that. It was Raven. When she was barely ever brought on. For only, what? Several episodes within season 5? I believe that's when they were getting the first relic. I'm not exactly sure since I haven't watched RWBY in a long time. But, yeah, the voice actor for Raven, she was severely undercut on her checks and how much she was getting compared to everyone else. And it really, really sucked to learn that she also quit Rooster Teeth as well, but good on her for doing that. And then finally, for number 4, there's been plenty of shady activity in general within Rooster Teeth. Now, that I can most definitely agree. Throughout the years, there's been so much shady activity with people within Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, and yet, no wonder why they deserve this downfall of what has happened. But yet, even then, Warner Brothers are selling the IPs, which Charlie here is going to be explaining or talking about. But my friend says this. However, from what I can bet, Netflix is going to be the ones that will take RWBY and Genlock. As for Red vs. Blue, who knows? Who knows where that's going? But let's go ahead and take a nice look into this video.
Today I've got the black shirt on for this funeral service for one of YouTube's first major content teams, Rooster Teeth. After 21 years, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced that it's shutting down Rooster Teeth. Now, they're not getting outright euthanized and going to the Shadow Realm or anything, because there are certain Rooster Teeth projects that will persist past this, but by and large, Rooster Teeth, as you've known them, will cease to operate in the capacity that it has been. With its closure, about 150 full-time employees will be laid off, with additional contractors and content creators taking a huge hit as well. Wishing the employees the best moving forward. I hope they find work elsewhere. Just a pretty sad set of circumstances all around, because I know a lot of people, myself included, have very fond memories of this brand. Rooster Teeth was one of the pillars of internet content creation for gaming for a long time, with series.
And they have been. They have been one of the biggest pillars in all of gaming video creation. I remember watching them when I was much younger, when I was around 11, 12, when my brothers first started watching them, and then I soon started watching them as well. For all their Let's Plays, achievement hunts, rage quits, and all the other stuff that they did. But just hearing this now, especially after all that's happened, honestly, this was bound to happen. I mean, first it was Achievement Hunter to die off, and now it's Rooster Teeth.
Series like Red vs. Blue, which were these incredible machinimas that really kind of changed the space for a while and had an unbelievable influence online. I still remember being this soiled diaper baby boy toddler, still drinking milk and having nightmares about cursive handwriting, going into GameStop and seeing a Red vs. Blue DVD for sale there. And I couldn't believe it. My fucking mind exploded out of my ears because I knew it from the internet. And at the time, the internet to me was still this mysterious dimension where, Timmy Turner floats around in the cyberspace on an email. But now I was seeing this piece of internet content I was familiar with in the real world, the corporeal dimension, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. And it still is extremely impressive what they were able to do, and for so long as well. Achievement Hunter, another absolute colossal success in the gaming space online. Rooster Teeth was just the gold standard for gaming related content for so long, absolutely crushing it, and it is pretty tragic to see how this story played out for Rooster Teeth in the more recent years. Now, Warner Bros. Has been on this absolute warpath, just leaving mangled corpses in their wake where they're just fucking frying everything they own. And it looks like Rooster Teeth is going to be joining Coyote vs. Acme in their dumpster out back. But unlike Coyote vs. Acme, this one I think a lot of people expected. I just don't think anyone was jump scared by this news. Yes.
Pretty much a lot of people were expecting this to happen. With all that's been going on with Rooster Teeth, yeah, it was expected to happen. So many people were waiting for this. I can just bet on that. And even then, with all the channels that were even part of Rooster Teeth, like the biggest one by far, for example, Slow Mo Guys, Death Battle, Achievement Hunter, they're still going. But, I really don't even see how Death Battle can even keep doing this stuff when, personally, by far, Death Battle just feels so rigged. Death Battle it really feels rigged. By far. And the last one I remember ever watching is... let me look through the channel. The Gojo and Makima battle, and the Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo battle. Those two were the last ones I've ever watched. And even then, it was obvious. It was completely obvious. Oh yes, and the Bill Cipher and Discord. That one I just know that Bill Cipher would be the one to win. He literally has far more power compared to Discord, and I would know this. I've watched both seasons, or both shows, and even then, I know that Bill Cipher would obviously win. And then we have Gojo and Makima. It was obvious that Gojo would win. The honored one. The one who has a hidden technique purple that literally just destroys everything in his path, along with the other abilities that Gojo has in his arsenal compared to Makima. Like, seriously? Wow. They really set that one up. It's really obvious as to who would win, and the Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo? Both of them are amazing, but even then, it was a tie. It was just completely obvious. And then you got another one for Galactus and Unicron, Goku and Superman, Rick Sanchez and the Doctor, and all these other ones. It's obvious who would win. It's completely obvious. They just love to rig these fights. Especially when some of them have also been on the favor of the audience as well. I really don't see how that channel can keep doing stuff like that and not give the whole arsenal. Like, they just give partial shit at times for some of these fights. They just give partial stuff, not the full thing. What they are very well known for using. But anyways, let's keep going.
Yes, Warner Bros. Recent business strategy appears to just be friendly fire out the wazoo. It seems like they're operating under the assumption of, if we own nothing, surely we can't continue to lose money. But them axing Rooster Teeth and putting them in the Warner Bros. Cemetery, burying them out back, is not shocking.
No.
For the last 5 or so years, Rooster Teeth has been really treading water. They've been struggling and they've got no water wingies to help them. Social Blade only goes as far back as 2021, but you can already see that their views had stagnated and often would decline. Before this, they were an absolute juggernaut in the scene. So starting in 2021, they were averaging between 8 to 10 million views a month, whereas in their heyday, in their prime, they were pulling in tens of millions of views per month and tens of thousands of subscribers per month. There's a lot of factors that contributed to this decline, the main ones being just an overall loss of interest from a large chunk of their audience that just went to other channels elsewhere. There's also a ton of controversies that Rooster Teeth kept finding themselves in that they were never able to fully recover from, and a lot of their biggest talent kept leaving them to just go independent and make their own shows and productions. So all of this over time has just led to the current state of Rooster Teeth. It's not flourishing, and it's definitely not profitable. With 150 full-time employees and contractors and content creators, it's losing more money than fucking Madam Web. So it's not surprising that Warner Bros. Made the decision to ultimately just put it to rest. They didn't have many other choices. I guess they could take the 150 full-time employees and just transition them to being door-to-door asbestos sales reps. You'd probably find more money in that than what they were currently finding with the Rooster Teeth brand, which is just sad to see it get to this point, but like I mentioned, it's not the end of everything Rooster Teeth related. They do plan on continuing the Roost podcast network for some time here while they evaluate outside interest in acquiring it. There's also a movie that's being worked on between Warner Bros. And Rooster Teeth that they plan on releasing. Though I'd take that with a huge fucking grain of salt right now because Warner Bros. Has become infamous for just destroying movies that are pretty much done for the sake of a tax write-off, like what they've already done with Batgirl and now Coyote vs. Acme. So there's a good chance that this one they just wiped their ass with at the finish line per usual. And they are also currently exploring options for Rooster Teeth's content catalog and some of their IP like Red vs. Blue, RWBY, and Jinlock. So while there is still some Rooster Teeth related content that will survive Judgment Day here, it is still the end of the road for Rooster Teeth itself overall. The general manager of Rooster Teeth, Jordan Levin, made a statement, and I'm going to read this section of it. He said, "We've read the headlines about industry-wide layoffs and closures, and you've heard me give my perspective and updates on the rapidly changing state of media and entertainment during each of our monthly all-hands meetings. Since inheriting ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner, Warner Bros. Discovery continued its investment in our company, content, and community. Now, however, it's with a heavy heart I announce that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage. Now, there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
more in his statement here, but this is the only titty I'm going to suckle on from it. I think this part of the statement is the most telling about the challenges that they were facing, and it's challenges that anyone from the outside could also see them facing. As consumer behavior was changing, aka viewers choosing different things over Rooster Teeth and just having a lot more competition in the space, they were no longer like the only place for high quality gaming videos. As the entire digital landscape started to shift, Rooster Teeth kept falling to the wayside, and people were just choosing competitors over them, so they were hemorrhaging their audience, and overall just found it difficult to adapt in the new environment. And then the monetization and advertising changes they make mention of there, I believe the biggest things that affected Rooster Teeth was YouTube's change in how much money is generated by shorter content. For a while, it didn't really matter how long a video was. What dictated the amount of money it earned was basically just views. But then the focus shifted to longer form content with the addition of mid-roll ads, which starting at 8 minutes, you can start putting in ad breaks. And this led to a lot of the focus on the digital landscape being for the longer form content to reach that 8-minute mark. Rooster Teeth's most popular content was usually sub 8 minutes. Their heaviest hitters that were
Okay, okay. If since they are sub 8 minutes, let's actually take a look. Let me take a look over at Rooster Teeth and see their more recent videos. Yeah, I'll like first 4 videos, new Camp episodes coming out, laughing at Rooster Teeth in 2023, and Texas Moms reacting to raunchy kids cartoons. Yeah, under 8 minutes. And then anything before that, we got a lot that are around 20 minutes or so. Primarily the RT podcast. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it mainly from their podcast. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, a lot of them are within 20 minutes, some around 30, maybe more, maybe less. But even then, this was all bound to happen. And along with the change to YouTube for ad revenue being more placed for views than length time. But yeah, I would say the biggest change by far for Rooster Teeth was the changes for YouTube that got them pretty big.
were consistently their bread and butter content, like the animated adventures, Red vs. Blue, Rage Quit, aside from a couple of Rage Quit videos, which were more than 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Most of their big, successful ones were under 8 minutes, usually between like the 1 to 4 minute ballpark for a lot of these. And I just feel like they took a massive financial hit with that because the content they were producing wasn't cheap stuff for the most
Mm-hmm.
part. And there's no way they were seeing a return off the ad revenue because the videos were too short to be reaching that like upper echelon of doubloons that you'd make from a YouTube video. So I just think that as they invested more money into these big projects without increasing the runtime of a lot of them, they weren't seeing a lot of big returns on it, which probably hurt them. And I'm just speculating that that's the change that was probably the biggest thorn in their side, like the most annoying rock in their shoe. But the entire landscape of advertising online and monetization has gone through huge changes since they began. I just feel like that's probably the one that was the most hurtful to them. But anyway, I'll stop speculating on that and instead speculate on something else. So, a lot of people have been wondering now with this announcement what's going to happen to all of the Rooster Teeth affiliated channels that are under their umbrellas. Things like Funhouse or Slow Mo Guys, things like that. Because Rooster Teeth had a lot of other channels outside of just their main one.
Mm-hmm.
How will they be affected? I have no fucking clue. It seems like a messy headache to me. Since they're under the Rooster Teeth brand, which is, of course, owned by Warner Bros. Discovery, which has now pulled the plug on it, taken it off life support, it feels like the other channels are going to have to go independent if they want to keep them going, but I don't think they can just do that. They'll probably have to buy it from Warner Bros., right? Wouldn't that be how it works, considering they just got shut down by Warner Bros.? So if they want to go back up without them, they'd need to acquire the rights from them, I would think. But I also don't really know how all of these inner workings here with their deals go. That'd just be my guess. I would imagine a lot of those other channels, like the slow-mo guys, would want to continue to operate independently. So I think that'll probably be the direction. I just don't exactly know how that's going to work. But again, I'm just a fucking idiot, so there's a good chance that maybe it's not as messy as I think it'll be, and this it might be pretty seamless going forward. But either way, it is sad to see Rooster Teeth shut down after 21 years online and being such a pioneer in the commercialization of gaming content online and really just internet content in general. Rooster Teeth was at the forefront of like breaking ground and commercializing this whole space. So they earned their flowers here, and I'm wishing the best for everyone that was affected by this with the layoffs. I'm wishing you all the best moving forward, and rest in peace to Rooster Teeth. That's about it. So yeah.
And yeah, that's basically it. With everything that has gone on, I do wish the best of hopes for everyone that were affected, but even then, with the other channels that are part of the Rooster Teeth brand, like this is something that many people are going to be wondering about, such as the ones that Critical gave. It really does make me think as to what is going to happen with all of them. But until some kind of info is given, who knows exactly. But yeah, this is going to end things here for now. But what do you all think? Do you think Rooster Teeth deserves this downfall? Do you think that Rooster Teeth deserves a comeback or anything? What do you think may happen to the other channels that are part of the Rooster Teeth name? Do you think that people will be able to keep the channels? Do you think they have to buy them back from Warner Brothers, or what exactly? I'm curious to know what everyone thinks, since I also do not know. I really wouldn't know worth a damn. But yeah, let me know what you all have to say and think about this whole situation that has gone on, and I will see you all in the next one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you later. Take care, everyone. Peace out.